hours of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing, Cousins. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Cousins on first down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Shoves him aside. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Cousins now. Staying on his feet.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
By Houston, makes it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that, and even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
And then what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
First carry of the game for the Aggie alum, Devon Achane.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now Stroud.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Come on. Hit.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. And the slot man goes in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled in.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. 4th down, Stroud going to try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Stroud now on 2nd down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Stroud now on 1st and 10.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Christian Watson.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Cousins. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
Fielded just inside the 20. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know we're just in the second quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a second drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in.
Third down. Here's Achane.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. No room to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And able to get this to the 31. From the 31, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Achane now up the middle.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Devon Achane, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to extend their lead.
Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken on the 25. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Stroud's throw brought in by Watson.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And Stroud now to throw. And complete once again to Watson. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Christian Watson.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
But this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
So we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at
Here's Stroud. Throwing left side, and Watson has it.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Stroud to throw it. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A-Chain on the counter.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 43-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off, Byron Jones.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41.
Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
He finds his man, complete. It's King. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
First down, Texans.
Quick throw by Stroud, complete out wide.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
They give to A-Chain on the option.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
They'll go for it and run a little touch pass here. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's King. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they send the tight end in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And this will be a touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now we've got movement up front. And I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
Ball start. Offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Cousins.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins again. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there for Minnesota. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
A 7-yard pick
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
at the Texans' 5-yard line.
Now Cousins. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Throw right side, complete to Williams. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They run for it with Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the... And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hunt. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on and it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Stroud here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. On 2nd down, it's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Again, it's A-Chain. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Stroud looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On the bootleg, Stroud steps away to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he will have a touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Texans are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Gano the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll find Williams on the slant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good. First down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And this is caught by Williams. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Williams, 48 yards. And the Vikings get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Ready,
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
ready, ready. Ready.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving